hopefully I'm back. Or at least coming back. With some chats and everything. Fingers crossed. For part 2 of some Doki Doki Literature Club. So thank you if you've stuck around. Thank you even if you haven't stuck around. Hey CB, I'm hoping that means I'm back. And hopefully the game's working now. Right, so you keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Yes, yes I do. I am back, thank you Miyagi. So don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Ah, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Is it not? Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Yuri's glad. And she smiles to herself in relief. And then she raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the Literature Club? I was afraid of this question, because the answer is the cupcakes. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. No, probably not. In the game, I'm not any of the ladies. I believe I'm the lad. Because, God forbid that, you know, females are attracted to females. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home and stuff when I don't click too hard. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Thank you, Monica. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You should probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Hey, Conan Gamer YT. Yes, I've so far managed to remain fairly spoiler-free on Doki Doki. So, I know something weird happens, but I'd like to remain spoiler-free. Ah, well, you know. Thanks, Monica. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. So, we don't like people at all. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. So, yeah, we've got Monica in the middle. Yuri is the purple-haired girl, I think. And Sayuri... No. I don't know. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard. Hey, Manrat! It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting in all the effort to start something brand new. I'm doing great, Manrat. It's a snow day here for me in England, which means no work. Which is why I have decided to try and stream. And even more excitingly, I'm trying to stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Oh, thank you very much, Conan Gamer MIT. Very appreciative of your follow. I've got things working, guys. Finally. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. So I'm trying to do loads of stuff. I'm trying out some new things. Trying to find my mojo and my motivation once again. So I've got the awesome YouTube wall pack coming to check me out. because you all love me. And I'm modest too. And I thought I'd give this restreaming on 2 channels thing a go, because I don't do very much with my Twitch at all at the moment. So you have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Thank you, Subi. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Exciting. What literature are we going to look at? Right, everyone? Monica's already quite bossy. I'm a bit scared of Monica. I've heard rumours about Monica. So Sayuri is all like, yeah! And Yuri will do our best. And Natsuki, you know it. Oh, they're so... Look at those ladies, all of them. Impressive boobs on every single one. Well, except maybe Natsuki, who doesn't have very impressive boobs yet. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. This appears to be a game about boobs, you realise. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Although I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. They haven't actually talked about literature yet though. So Lai Quen, what sorts of things do you like to read? Finally, Yuri. Well, actually, I like to read Jane Eyre. It's one of my favourites. I like quite a lot of young adult literature. She probably doesn't want to actually know. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Nice. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah, everyone seems to like Monica, yeah? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She also seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Well, yeah, books are way better than people, if you ask me. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how writers can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. That sounds ominous and slightly foreshadowing. I read a horror book once. Just once. I desperately grasp at anything I can relate to at the minimal level. That sounds me in life, really. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Sorry, I suddenly went very Essex then. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Look at me attempting fake minor voices. That's right, you don't usually like to write down cute things, do you, You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh, she's so cute. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Oh, they're all so grumpy. Grumpy humans. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Everything is cute. Absolutely everything. Everything you do. Well, maybe not completely everything. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I am not cute. Want a bit? Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. It is impressive. I can't write my own poetry. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet then. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities. And showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That all sounds like a marvellous plan. But Yuri seems less than impressed. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Or, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay! Oh, she's very chirpy. I am a little bit scared. I have an idea, everyone. Monika's... Nat and Yuri. Huh? Nat and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we'll meet, we'll share them all with each other. That sounds fabulous. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, Sayori. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Lai Quen? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Lai Quen... You all... I'm defenceless against these girls. That sounds so dejected. They are swayed by the boobs. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yay! One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you can really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super annoyed. I'm not going to swear today. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting that we can all share. Sounds fantastic. Monica looks over at me once more. Lai Quen, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Can you? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Lai Quen, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Oh, Sayori. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Well, things going all happy and joyful it seems. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the Literature Club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, looks like the end of a demo intro coming up. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Things! Ah! Exciting. What's this? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Right, I need you guys. Anyone there still? Come back to me. I need to know what words to choose. Because I want you all to have like the most fun experience watching me mess this up. Have we got any favourite words in the chat? Yay, Miyagi! What do we reckon? Does it give us any indication? Dazzle is a cool word. Right, dazzle we might be going for. Dazzle. Vertigo's gone. Now we had dazzle. I'm kind of into socks, so we might be going there. Eternity. One more, guys. What are we thinking? Entropy? Contamination? Tenacious. Variance. Oh, this is some very good words here. Some very good words here. I think it might be time for some tenaciousness. Some excitement, perhaps. Maybe some promise. Oh, is Infallible still there? No. I keep messing up, man. I keep messing up. some nightgowns. Some agonizing. My God, we've got so many words to go through here. And I need to choose 20 words. Oh, this is going to take so long. Frightening. Milk. I'm just going to choose some... I know. I'm such a weird person. Fickle. I chose socks, for goodness sake. Socks are awesome, though. Socks are one of my favourite things. Lucky. Oh. Imagination or fireflies or hopeless. Oh, that says loads, doesn't it? Did I? I don't care. Oh, imagination. Raindrops. Marshmallow. Let's go for a whisper. Melancholy. We've been some happiness. We need some moody drama. Some insights, perhaps. Oh, one of my favourite words. Effulgent. Suicide bunny are really great maker clothes as well. Bubbles or rain clouds. Oh, I think we might be going rain clouds here. Last word, hopefully. Explode. God knows. I can't even remember what I told you. It just kind of means over the top and full of life. Oh, Monica. Hi, Lai Quen. She scares me. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. She's so raw. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Litrature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lai Quen. It's alright, Yuri. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I can learn to read. Oh, come on. He deserves any slap. Oh, Natsuki, you're mean. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, or what. Well, maybe, yeah. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I think you are a dude, yeah. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lai Quen always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. So yeah, I've turned into a dude. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? She looks a bit sorry about that. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Lai Quen can become good friends too. Yes, we can. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Oh, she looks so scared. Me? Not Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh, she's kind of shy. But somehow that made her boobs bigger. I don't quite know. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Thanks, Miyagi. I'm glad someone's impressed with my discussion of enlarging boobs. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. There you go. Suddenly her boobs have disappeared. Her arms can't be covering up that much. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Seriously? This is, sorry, her boobs really do get bigger in that position. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Because she was written that way. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. It was a nice gift, wasn't it, Miyagi? But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsumi is rummaging around in the closet. Helpful. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad from distracting her from reading. Oh. Sorry, I was just doing some moderating. We need the comments about boobs. Because I don't worry about boobs too much. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I think she noticed me looking at her. With those boobs, she can't help it. She sneaks another glance into me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... She is so shy. This is the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Aww. Not for any particular reason. So you could talk about it, you silly bint. Sorry. Just curious about how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Doesn't everyone? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, I decided to buy you a brand new one. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Liar. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Such a gentleman. I definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Are we still talking about the book? It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Yeah, I know, right? I don't think they're talking about the book at all. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Again, more foreshadowing, I feel. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. Illuminati indeed. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. Oh my gosh. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. But I don't want to give anything away, just the entire plot, right? No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of intense. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Again, I feel this may be foreshadowing. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you sure you're not a fan of that sort of thing, Lai Quen? I have no words. This is so funny. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because somebody wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you could relate to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Again, I feel there may be some foreshadowing here. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah. Not again. I'm sorry. Honest to God, those boobs. Hey, don't apologise. Probably not the comments come after those boobs. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. It is a literature club. Ah, that's true. It is true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Do the readings. Read the things. Do the things. Be the things. I'm just checking some stuff on my phone. I have no viewers on Twitch. We'll be glad to hear. But I have some viewers on YouTube, so that's all that matters. You don't have to. Aha, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I'd put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Why are you not doing the thing I need you to do, phone? Anyway, closing lots of millions of things on my phone. I have too many apps open. Like, whoa, too many apps. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks as if she's reading from my book instead. So yeah, she was totally reading over your shoulder, dude. Sorry. She's not very sorry though. I was just reading Discord. Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I do too. I'm terrible for apologising about things. I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, she apologised again. Here, this should work, right? Yeah, she's really similar to you. Well, I think most humans. Because I think we all just apologise too much. I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefingers. I do the same with the right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it onto her thumb after it flips to her side. Yeah, shyness, the apologising, and the magical boobs. The magical boobs are the most important part, like for reals. Plus, her magical page folding skills, it seems. But in holding it like this, we're held even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yura's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. She might be a wizard, a boob wizard. Oh my god. I've just done a thing. Oh my god. I've just turned into Space Bear and the innuendos that I normally keep hidden deep inside. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yura's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? You know, words. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. No, like for real, you bought him a book, dude. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Sometimes the dialogue in these things drives me nuts. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. Hey Nolan! I'm doing a streaming thing! We've had snow all day in England, and it's snowing again in England. I've not been at work for days, and I decided that since I was also kid-free this evening, I would take over my whole living room and do a bit of streaming. And I've been meaning to play Doki Doki Literature Club for a very long time. Other than knowing there's something a bit dodgy about Monica, I've managed to avoid most of the spoilers of what happens in this game. I know there's quite a big twist in it as well, but that's all I really know. So I'm quite excited. And I'm also for the first time streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, which is quite a huge thing for me. Thank you, Nolan. I was trying to avoid the spoilers. And don't forget, guys, I do have a GoFundMe if you want me to get a better computer that might work with a face cam, because everyone wants to see this face. I'm absolutely positive that my beautiful face and blue hair are missing from this whole equation. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. Thank you, Mikiauki, you were awesome. I was so pleased with everyone's help on that. I hope I sent you a thank you message as well. Ah, I see. But I tried to say thank you messages out to everyone that gave me some money on my birthday. It was great. And I made just over £100 so far, so I'm like a tenth of the way there. But I figure if I just like kind of talk about it occasionally, people might just be nice and give me more money. Who knows? But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh, we've got small boobs again. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Lai Quen, is she going to go shy? That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Yeah, they do get bigger, I swear to God. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. You know, having your flaws picked up and stuff. What? I'm still dancing to this music, man. I guess I mean more that it's kind of cute. Ah! What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh! Okay, everyone. There's the girl. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah! Yuri exhales, sped from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Well done. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Ah, romantic. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll just read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it into my bag, because using a bookmark is not a thing. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yes, I did. I chose to write it about socks. Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Thank you, Sayuri. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastic pull out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same thing myself. Oh, who should I show my poem to first? What do we reckon, guys? Got any opinions there? Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? Makiauki is voting for Yuri, so we're gonna go Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Again, I was still talking about poems. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Huh? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Wrinkled piece of notebook paper torn from a spiral notebook. Indeed, Nolan. My homework probably wasn't much better. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. And your comments about socks were particularly inspiring. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Because, oh my god, this is an English class. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem about socks. Not finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but with practice and learning by example and trying new things, I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. She's so sweet, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street life to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Whoa! That's pretentious. Sorry. You can tell I'm used to reading things to students, I hope. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that after all. Oh, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. It's incredibly deep compared to Socks, yes. But I liked my Sock poem. To be fair, I haven't read my Sock poem. I've got no idea what I actually came up with the collection of words that I chose. So it could be very interesting. Or, you know, not at all. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yes, I believe script is another word for cursive. Or just no joined up writing for the British. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems about LED street lamps. I mean, let's be honest, her poem was about a street light being changed from the old school bulbs to LED lights. That was it. No more impressive than Socks. And Socks, you know, are really important to me. Not at all. I'm sorry, I went off on a sock rant. I do apologise. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Lai Quen. Really? No, it's about streetlights. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. So what she's saying is that she feels old school in a new school world. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Ah, I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. I have to write and print a lot at work, Nolan, because obviously I'm writing for students that need to read what I'm writing. But when I'm at home, it's a really scruffy, joined up cursive thing, I suppose. It's nothing really. My mum's really good at cursive writing though. Much better than I am. Yours was impressive too. So, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Because you'd make Socks symbolic. You think so? Yeah, of course. Sorry, did you enjoy my rants about streetlights and Socks? You know. No, my mum was really good at cursive. She could be good at cursing. She doesn't do it very much as far as I know. I swear a lot. And I do swear with my mum. Because we're both grown-ups. But as far as I know, she's not great at cursing. necessarily. Although she can curse in her Norwegian language. Hurrah. Her father was born in Norway, so I was really nervous about doing all of this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lai Quen. Thank you, Yuri. Do your best. Ah, me too. So, who should I show my poem to next? Nolan, your choice. Who are we going to have? Sayuri, Natsuki, or Monica? What do we reckon? Natsuki! Hey, Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Nice. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Well, hey. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, choosers can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh. I really hope that my sock poem was better than that. Yeah, no, I guess I'll show you mine, was totally. Yeah. What a poem. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Yeah, no, I didn't. I like it. I didn't. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Because it was shit? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try and take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? With your writing style, wouldn't it make your messages any less valid? Exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But then the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but they made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect it from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment, because she's a silly cow. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I'm so friendly. I'm going to choose one now. Let's have Sayori. Let's leave the Monica to last, because everyone's a little bit scared of Monica. This is a good poem, Lai Quen. Thank you, childhood friend. Are you sure it's your first time? Again, context. Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. Thank you, childhood friend. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Lai Quen. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? But yeah. Trying new things like this for other people. Right now, I can only think dirty things. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. No, she probably doesn't, because as we've established, it's about the boobs. I have a very dirty mind, yeah. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, because she also has boobs. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Just that way, no other way. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yeah, lots of pretty ladies. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Breakfast is like totally important. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I did like that poem. I want breakfast is great and I forgot to do it last night and well at least it makes me feel a little bit better. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It was a poem about breakfast, which is probably better than a poem about socks. It sounds just like you. Really. Totally a compliment, yeah. Especially that last line. Bunny. Bunny. So, hi, I have a dog. He does a big balk at people walking past the house. Because how dare they try and walk past our house. So apologies for the whiffy balks. He's a Labrador Cocker Spaniel cross. So he kind of looks like a short Labrador. He's just turned 7. So he's not a spry young lad anymore, bless him. But yeah, he looks like a little blonde lab. About the size of a Cocker Spaniel. I made eggs and toast. If you guys have any pets, tell me about them. I'd love to hear it. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Oh, a husky sheppy mix. Oh, that sounds really cool. I've also got 2 cats who are around somewhere. They're just domestic short hairs. But they're great. I love them. Merlin has made an appearance in a video once or twice during the outtakes of my vlogs. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me your poem. This was so much fun. Monica, the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I just look forward to it. So, we've only got to show it to Monica now. Huzzah. Hi, Lai Quen. Hi, Monica. With the interesting top. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Oh my god, I need to stop having a dirty mind. Because I'm just terrible. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to think things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Aha! Don't worry, Lai Quen. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all need to learn to get past soon. Ah, yeah, that's true. I hadn't Monica my poem. Great job, Lai Quen. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading this. Oh, Yogi pets are the best, though. It's really metaphorical. Again, it's about socks. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep about socks. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah, that's not very fair. No, that sounds like genius to me. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Oh, we impressed Yuri. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyse all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Yeah, no, honestly, I've got a real thing about socks, especially odd socks. That's like a life passion of mine. I always have to wear odd socks. They can't be matching. So I really like socks. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though, because I don't care. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'm trying not to see the innuendo in every comment. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find out what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Probably. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Music change. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. No foreshadowing there at all then, right? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Probably. Sorry, I'm not really the right kind of person to ask for feedback or to read words. Aha, it's okay. It's a bit creepy. Slightly foreshadowing. I feel there's been a lot of foreshadowing so far in this game. Kind of just hints that it's not quite all as it seems. That kind of style has got pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but potentially carry on playing this game and you'll find out. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? I know. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying all the foreshadowing. I say I know there's a bit of a twist, and I know it gets a bit dark, and it's quite fun knowing that little bit and being able to see the foreshadowing on it. But I don't know what the actual twist is. Nobody's told me. It looks like I'm just playing one of my games at the moment, but my daughter's just like, we can't watch the videos until you played it. So yeah, fun. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Like socks. If you're trying so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Yeah. And that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Yeah, that was kind of the point. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly written about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh dear, they get on so well, these guys. Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who I actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it. And Lai Quen did too. Wow, she sounds like she's 5. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent too long establishing my writing style and my boobs for you to carry on. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, like my boobs. Which I haven't yet. No. And Lai Quen liked my poem too, you know. Lai Quen liked all of the poems. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. I don't know if you can put time into developing boobs, but I'm sure Yuri has tried. Because, I mean, look at them bad boys. And I have to say, quite staggeringly, ooh, this music's a bit weird. Yeah, good bra brings out a lot. Yeah, that's not what I. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lai Quen appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. What? No, Lai Quen just appreciated your boobs more. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Oh my god. Are you that full of yourself that we're going to have a full-on fight already? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Thank you, Sayuri. Voice of reason. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically... whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lai Quen started showing up. I'm sorry, but that really got to me. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly, both girls towards me as if they just noted I was standing there. Lai Quen! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Lai Quen. She's looking really, really angry. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary in limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Lai Quen? Well... how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It was the boobs, dude! It's not like I know anything about writing. Just boobs. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Do I go with the boobs? Or do I go with Sayuri? Yuri, Sayuri, or Natsuki? Always go with the boobs. Thank you, Mikiauki. I'm tempted to say help me, Sayuri, to be honest. But you know what? No, we're going to go with the boobs. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough, because Scary Monica's come. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologised. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenched her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to go take a walk and clear my head. Sayuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to go and do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Poor Natsuki. Yeah. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out, where she can go and write about trees or something. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. Plus, boobs. I don't think any less of you. Well, boobs. Alright, I believe you. Sorry, I'm obsessing over the boobs slightly. Thanks, Lai Quen. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now. Plus, boobs. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing Natsuki said about, you know, my boobs. I would never do anything so shameful. Yeah, right. The boobs. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go and make some tea and hide my boobs. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Yeah, well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Lai Quen, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Lai Quen. Really? Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Other than when we walked home the night before. I'm guessing that the depends which words you choose affects which girl likes you the most. But I'm not sure how that affects Monica. Which is, I suspect, the thing that doesn't really matter. That's what I did the first time, Miyagi. I suspect I'm supposed to pick really elaborate words if I like Yuri. Really simple words if I want to follow Natsuki. That's her name. And Sayuri, or possibly Monica, I can't remember. There was 3 girls at the bottom. I don't know. But yeah, there's probably rules. Ah! I see. I did wonder if the jumping was related to anything. Dog, no, I don't want to play ball right now. As lovely as you are, I'm actually going to probably pause the game in a moment and then leave these poor people to their lives. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. So it's all your fault because of the boobs. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. You all have lives, probably more interesting than mine. Plus it's now got dark here, and so I'm sitting in the dark, which is kind of alarming. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Lai Quen, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you getting along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Hooray! That's... every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori, because I'm all about the boobs. All about the boobs, no butt stuff. I don't know. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. 4th wall. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Right. I am going to... Oh, look. Hair. She likes hair. She likes rain clouds. She likes agonizing. She likes lipstick. Eternity. Who likes that? Hair. Cry. Cute. Grief. Ugh. Yeah, see, Monica's not a choice here. So, that probably means something. Hey, GCG! You've arrived just at the point that I'm about to actually stop. Because it got really dark in my house, and I've been going for about an hour and a half. Yeah, I suspect the Nakedness Club will come another time, Miyagi. I'm really sorry that I'm about to literally save and stop for now. I've been going for like ages and my throat's sore and my dog wants to walk and it's all just going wrong. But I managed to fix things and everything. There may be more streaming later depending on what happens. See, that was as far as I got before once when I saved. So yes, we're going to overwrite that save. We're there. Please like the stream. Please have fun and come back and we'll do some more Doki Doki Literature Club probably tomorrow, to be honest, because again I haven't got the kids in the morning, so Thanks very much, guys, for dropping by. Hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit follow if you're on Twitch. And we will see if we can do stuff. Bye.